morning, my beautiful angels. So today we will be doing chapter 5 of grammar, that is verbs. But before doing that, have you done your test of chapter 4 of literature? If not, do it after watching the video. Okay? And after watching the video, I want you to read the chapter properly and you have to do the exercise on your own. I will be sending you the PDF, but be good children and do not cheat. First try to solve the exercises on your own. And I know you are very intelligent, very smart, and you will be able to do the exercises on your own without looking at the PDF. Use PDF just to cross-check the answers. And I hope there will be no mistake because you are too smart to commit any errors. Fine. So let's start with the verbs. When we were in grade 4, what we used to do? Verbs means, like when we say noun, what comes to our mind? Name, place, animal and thing. Okay. Then we talk about adjectives. What comes to our mind? Qualities. Big, beautiful, ugly, sweet, strong. Right? So then we used to do verbs. And whenever we say this word, verb, what comes to our mind? Action. So do not sit idle, be on your toes and do some actions. Singing, dancing, laughing, swimming, running, skating, studying, writing and reading. Understand? So now we are little grown up. Then grade 4. So we will be having 2 to 3 more new things in the verbs. So first is the definition is little changed from action words to verbs expresses actions. They show possession and being. So I hope it is not very difficult. I'll repeat once more. That's actions. I'll give you some examples. Like some examples of the verbs expressing the actions are: Ananya, sit down. Arnab, do not watch TV. Ananya, sit down means sit is a verb. Watch means again a verb, that is an action verb. Sit quietly, sit is again a verb. She was laughing. So laughing is a verb. Then we say be, being. Different forms tell us what a person or a thing is. Can you give some examples? Very easy. Is, am, are, was, were, been, being. Should we use some sentences? Yes, we should be using these words, verbs in sentences. She is sweet. So is the main verb. I am Rishu Sivach. Am, that's a verb. What are you doing? This is a sentence with 2 verbs. What are they? What are you doing? Doing is the main verb. Main action क्या है? Doing. And what are you doing? Are is helping the verb. Is it helping the verb? Yes, it is. So it is a helping verb. So then comes possession. How do verbs show possession? They show possession by using have, had, has. Should we use some examples? Yes, we should be using examples because until and unless we use some examples, we do not understand the sentences and the verbs and the concept well. I have a dog. What do I have? Have. That's the verb. I had a doll. Had again is a verb. You have a pet dog. Again, so what did you observe? I and you, what do we use for these? They are singular. But what are we using? Which form of verbs are we using for them? The plural form. Fine. Okay. So, you need to understand one thing, because I explained you two things already. That was action and being. Now, I want to tell you about subject-verb agreement. So, I and you, what the examples I was giving you were the introduction for this topic. Subject-verb agreement must agree in number. What does this mean? Agree in number? What is that? So, whenever you are having a subject, singular subject, what kind of verb will you be using? Of course, singular verb you will be using. And if the subject is plural, which form of verb will you be using? Undoubtedly, you will be using the plural form. Should I give you some examples? Okay. They are running. They. It's a plural form. So what did we use? Are. You are very beautiful. You is singular. But what did I use? Are. You are very beautiful. They are dancing. They is plural and I used are for them as a verb. And I used the are with you and I too. So these are the exceptions. If I say he is eating an apple. So eating is the main verb and is the helping verb. So I hope you've understood these 2 points. What did I explain? Actions, being and showing possession. Now comes a new topic, that is transitive and intransitive verbs. Have you heard of these words? I haven't heard of these verbs. Or am I joking? Yes, I'm joking, but now it's been enough that I'm being a teacher since long. So let me be a baby like you. So should we call a teacher and let me confuse the teacher to the fullest? Do you know why am I doing it? Because you are able to watch me on the video and you are not able to ask me some silly questions which children usually ask. Until and unless children ask silly questions, the teacher doesn't feel very active. So let me be that silly girl for some time and let us check the knowledge of our teacher. So it's time to call the teacher. Let's welcome our teacher for the day, Dr. Vikas. Can we clap for him?
Hello everyone. Good morning. Oh, what an interesting class you have been having. Rishu ma'am, she just covered verbs.
I'm not ma'am. I'm a kid this time.
Okay, the student.
And I will be asking you questions.
Definitely.
I will be confusing you too.
Definitely.
And we have so many questions.
That's good. So let me just recollect what Rishu ma'am has taught till now. In any sentence, there is always a subject. Who does the work? There is a verb which tells what work is being done. And then there can be an object. So if we put a question to the verb, who or what, and we get an answer, right? So when we put a question to the verb, who or what, and if the remaining sentence gives that answer, then we say it is a transitive verb. Okay?
So it means if in a sentence I can get my answer with using who and what. So
yes.
Which kind of sentence will it be?
It means there is an object in the sentence. Object is a sentence which has something which receives.
Should I ask you a sentence?
Sure.
Okay, let me ask you a sentence. Please come this side with the board.
So come. Please come with what? The board. So you get the answer of please come. Come is the verb and you get an answer to the question what? Come with what? With the board.
So this is transitive.
It is transitive.
Because it has object in the sentence.
Yes.
Board is the object.
Yes.
Now do you understand, children? Object कोई चीज होती है, कोई thing होती है, और जो मैंने sentence use किया, come this side with the board. The board was a object, so it is a transitive sentence.
Or an easier way of remembering it, intransitive. It starts with IN. Independent. It also starts with IN. So, intransitive verbs are independent verbs.
They do not require an object. They do not need an object.
Very good.
I'm a good student.
Yes, this is how you can learn.
Okay, let me ask you one more sentence. He eats daily.
He eats what?
Daily?
No, it doesn't answer to what. He eats who?
Tell me, this is transitive or intransitive?
This is intransitive because he eats, and then if we put a question.
Oh, I understand, because it is independent.
Yes.
He eats daily. It makes a sense. The sentence is complete in itself.
Yes.
So this is independent, intransitive.
Intransitive.
It does not require any object to
Yes.
complete itself.
But if we say he eats an apple, so when we ask,
Transitive.
it is transitive because he eats what?
Apple.
We get an answer, apple.
So apple is a object. What does he eat? Apple. So it is a object. So it is transitive. So it is very simple, I think. But let me ask other sentences also.
Good.
A teacher teach very well.
So a teacher is a subject, teach is verb. Now we put a question, who or what? It doesn't give the answer. Very well doesn't give the answer to who or what. So it is an independent sentence. It is an intransitive verb.
Independent, intransitive verb.
Yes.
Okay. Teacher teaches students.
So again ask, teacher is subject, teaches is verb. Teacher teaches whom? You get the answer.
Students.
Students. So it has an object because the effect of teaching is directly affecting the students. So it is an object. So it is a transitive verb.
So my dearest friends, you should better know that students is a living being, but it can be object in English. So you should better know this. Object is not known living. जो चीज है, जो ऑब्जेक्ट है, वो जरूरी नहीं है कि वो लिविंग ना हो. अब दोबारा से बोलूं सेंटेंस. टीचर्स टीच स्टूडेंट्स. तो सर ने क्या बोला? स्टूडेंट सर ने क्या बना दिया? ऑब्जेक्ट बना दिया. हम सबको ऑब्जेक्ट बना दिया, एंड वी आर लिविंग बीइंग्स.
Yes, because you are getting an answer to the question which we put to verb. Teacher teaches whom or what. So teacher teaches students. It is a transitive verb. If we say teacher teaches chemistry.
Perfect. Perfect. Now understood. Okay. She walks carefully.
Again, she is a subject. Walks is a verb. We ask, she walks who or what? No, carefully is not answering to this. So it is an independent, intransitive verb.
Okay. She crossed the street carefully.
Good. So you find out she is a subject. Crossed is the verb. She crossed what? The street.
It
So,
is a transitive because it has
An
object in that. And what was the object? The street. I kicked the ball.
I is a subject. Kicked is a verb. I kicked what? A ball. So ball is a
object. So it is transitive. She is studying a book.
She is studying. This is also an independent sentence. If we just write she is studying. Now if the studying is a verb in this. So she is studying what? You get an answer. A
Yes.
book.
It is transitive. So I hope I was able to ask a lot of questions. I was able to, make her head spin, and I asked many questions also. But yes, now I get it. Whoever, whatever gives our answer by who and what. So what are they?
Objects.
Objects. So what kind of sentences are they? Transitive. And the sentence is which are independent. They do not need an object to be complete. They are independent. N-I-N. So that is intransitive. I hope you like this class of verbs. I loved it thoroughly. Can I give a high five? Thank you for coming in the class. Bye-bye. See you in the next class.
Bye-bye.